Hey guys, just want to get a big shout out to the people who watch my streams. I haven't been streaming a lot because IRL life's been busy, but I'll try to get back as soon as I can. But for now, it's going to be a long hiatus. But we're still making VOD videos, and I'm still playing video games. So let's talk about this one. I just finished Stellar Blade, and honestly, I had a really good time with it. It's not perfect, not even close to perfect, but there's something undeniably satisfying about how it plays. It's got that flashy Korean action vibe. It's super polished. There's barely any bugs in it, and it doesn't try to be the most punishing thing ever, which honestly I kind of appreciate. Let's start with combat because that's where the game kind of shines the most. If you've played any Soulsborne game or something like Black Myth Wukong, you'll immediately notice that Stellar Blade is a bit more relaxed in comparison. It's not technically super easy. I still struggled on a few bosses, but it never felt unfair or overwhelming. And you've got plenty of upgrades in your skill tree, and there are items that give you an edge, especially when it comes to blocking and dodging. That kind of flexibility made the experience feel more about style and rhythm than brute difficulty. And when you get into the zone, perfect parrying, dashing through enemies, countering like a pro, the combat just flows. And it's fun, it's pretty simple, overall enjoyable. That said, the story, yeah, it's probably the weakest part of the game. You can tell they were trying to go for that deep philosophical pseudo-android existentialism route, very, near automata inspired, but it just doesn't hit as hard. It wants to say something meaningful, but it ends up kind of being shallow and forgettable. And the English voice acting is... Eve's fine, but Adam, man, I don't want to be too harsh, but his delivery really pulled me out of the moment more than once. I guess it's better if you listen to this in the Korean audio. The emotional weight just didn't land where it should have in English, and that's a shame because maybe there was a potential there. Visually, though, the game does go hard. It's sexy, stylish, and full of the over-the-top South Korean flair you'd expect if you've ever played something like Black Desert Online, maybe. Eve's character model is ridiculously detailed, and the sheer number of costumes you can unlock becomes its own little side quest. It's a fun motivator to complete optional objectives or just to explore a bit more, and even if most enemies are just different versions of flesh monsters, they fit the weird dystopian aesthetic, so I really didn't mind too much. The world design is where I started to feel a bit of fatigue. Don't get me wrong, some zones are cool and well designed, but the bulk of the game has you running through environments that kind of feel like barren and brown. It's basically a desert. It gets a bit samey after a while. There are pockets of brilliance like certain urban ruins or underground areas, but you don't really stay there for too long. Most of the time is spent in the open wide desert spaces. There's really not much going on except enemies or side quest markers, and it's not bad, but it's not so memorable either. Now, as far as performance goes, this game is buttery smooth. I played it on my PC and on my Steam Deck, and it handled like a dream. No crashes, no bugs, no frame drops, just solid performance from start to finish, and it's refreshing when a game this pretty also runs pretty flawlessly. You can tell Shift Up spent time making sure that it was technically polished, and that alone is a win considering how rough launches have become the norm lately. Replayability is pretty good too. There's a new game plus mode with new mechanics, new abilities, and even new costumes. And if you're like me, the costume grind is half the fun. There's also a boss mode if you want to get surgical with your skills and practice fights until you perfect them. I didn't dive too deep into it yet, but it's nice to know that it's there if ever you feel the itch of like a boss rush. So what do I think about Stellar Blade and what it needs going forward? Honestly, not a full rework, just some key improvements. The gameplay foundation is already very strong. The visuals are great and the performance is already spot on. What it really needs is better storytelling and better voice acting. If they're going to push that near style deep themes again, they need to commit harder and tell a more, impactful story. I'd love an expansion though. Gives me a reason to get back and get more missions, new costumes, maybe different biome, so we're not just in like brown dust all the time. And if a sequel is coming, which I hope there is, I want them to double down on everything they worked on and polish the stuff that they didn't. This IP definitely has the potential. At the end of the day, it still delivers a fun, polished experience. If Shift Up play their cards right, this could be the start of something great. And that's it for my video rant. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe. You guys know the deal. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there. Bye.